Oklahoma has picked up 2026 blue chip quarterback Bowe Bentley. Let's talk about what that means for the Sooners, what it means for Bentley, and what people are having to say about this new commitment. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If that is something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you think that Oklahoma did a pretty good job picking up after Jaden O'Neal to go get Bowe Bentley? I'm also going to take this opportunity to remind you that we have an audio podcast on Apple and Spotify. And we have been really doing a great job of getting 5 stars up on Spotify, 5 stars up on Apple, and leaving a review. And if you do that and you go ahead and hit the link in the description below, I will send you one of these stickers and a personal thank you note from me, because that's how much it means for me to get that 5-star review from you. So go ahead and do that, and then hit me in the form so that I can send you this sticker. Bowe Bentley, really great quarterback. Also was at Elite 11 finals. Also kind of sort of waiting on what was going to happen, because the worried, unworried part of Jaden O'Neal and what he was doing or not doing ends up decommitting earlier this week, knowing probably what we all thought was going to happen. I'm going to go get 2026 Bowe Bentley to go join Oklahoma's recruiting class. And frankly, it feels like trading up for the Texan. He threw 4,200 yards last year. He threw for 63 friggin' touchdowns last year. He also took Salina to a 16-0 state championship, their first state championship since 2007. One of the things that I really enjoy about quarterbacks and the recruitment thereof is not necessarily the arm talent. You can see it. Size, he's 6'2", probably going to get bigger. You can see it. It's not even how they carry themselves so much as, is the guy a winner? Because winning travels. Winning usually follows the guy who's winning around. This was true of Baker Mayfield when he showed up at Texas Tech, when he showed up at Oklahoma. It's true of Tyler Murray when he showed up at Oklahoma. It's true of Jalen Hurts when he showed up at Oklahoma. And hopefully it's true of John Mateer when he shows up to play for Oklahoma. Remember, Washington State managed to get into the Holiday Bowl last year to play against, a Syracuse team that just had their number, and frankly, they lost everybody. But John Mateer, who threw for 3,000 yards and sack adjusted over 1,000 yards rushing and a ton of touchdowns. Bowe Bentley feels like that kind of a quarterback, right? He is a guy that can make it happen with both his arms and his legs. He's very athletic. There were lots of nice things that were said about him at Elite 11. Same Elite 11 where Diabell became the first Texas QB commit to win Elite 11 finals. As many Texas fans want to point out, Arch Manning didn't compete in Elite 11 finals, to which I say, yeah, that means he did not win. That's how that works. If you don't compete, you don't win. And that's what we're about here. We're about winning. I always enjoy that quarterbacks do go to Elite 11 and or the Manning Passing Academy when they get to that level, right? Because that is the intermittent. Between the Elite 11, you get Manning Passing Academy, and then you go to the NFL Scouting Combine, right? I am curious to see how this is going to function, because it felt like as soon as Ben Arbuckle got in there, the question that people were going to have was, A, is John Mateer going to come? And he did. B, who you got following him? Because this is a pivotal year, not just for Oklahoma and the SEC and Brent Venables' era, but for what the future of Sooners football is going to look like. Remember, Oklahoma is not like other states. In fact, Oklahoma's got more in common with Nebraska, Arkansas, Alabama than it does Texas or even Georgia, because there is no professional football team here per se. There is no NFL franchise, but the pro team is in Norman. And a lot of this state's identity is built atop that pro team. So I thought it was really interesting that Bowe Bentley had said, hey, look, Oklahoma's always been a fan favorite for us, being from Texas. To which Texas fans would be like, yeah, y'all got to come into the state of Texas to come get people. Yeah, everybody comes in the state of Texas to get people. Jalen Milroe is from the state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Do I need to keep spelling this out for you? Texas is like 4 friggin' states, okay? It's North Texas, South Texas, East Texas, West Texas, which might as well be Mars, all right? I'm tired of hearing about it. But you know what I'm not tired of hearing about is Oklahoma beating out the likes of Georgia, LSU for a quarterback. Because that's also what happened. Felt like LSU and Oklahoma were really coming hard after Bowe Bentley, and it was really going to come down to that. And Tristan Keys basically laid that out for anybody after Bentley made his announcements like, yo, dog, why not come throw to the 3 top 10 receivers at LSU, where he's committed? To which going, hey, maybe you want to think about your choices. You from Hattiesburg, Grew up in Hattiesburg. You know, you going to graduate from the place my mama graduated high school. I know what it's like Southern Miss. I know what it's like with Hattiesburg High. Maybe you want to look a little bit further to the west, my dog. That maybe you want to throw or catch passes from Bowe Bentley. Maybe that's something you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Far be it from me, though, to tell any high school football player where they should be playing football. Honestly, I'm excited to see y'all play. But I get a little bit more excited when they play at Oklahoma, just like most other people, right? Like, you told me that Jeremiah Smith was going to transfer to Oklahoma, I wouldn't turn down nothing but my collar. However, this is great, right? This is trending in the right direction if you are Brent Venables. You needed the wins in the offseason after a losing season, your second losing season in 3 years, after Oklahoma hadn't had a losing season since 1998, right? Like, that's what it is. But you hired Jim Nagy, who's getting to do the Caravan Tour. He's got 4 stops this summer, which is wild for a general manager, but he's got a higher Q rating than Brent Venables does. And you got John Mateer, Ben Arbuckle to run your offense, and you are the guy who is going to be calling the defense. I realize that there are folks that feel some way or another about this, right? Because when Brent Venables is on his game calling D, he's as good as anybody else. Calling any offense or any defense. Like, I think of Brent Venables as being as good at his job as Steve Sarkisian is at Texas doing his, right? When Lincoln Riley was at Oklahoma, when Ryan Day had the play card, you want that guy to have the play card, and you want him calling the plays because he sees it, he feels it, and he's not going to mess this up for them. He's going to put them in the right positions to play. If Ben Arbuckle and John Mateer can come together with Jaden Ott, Deion Burks, and make this happen, you keep Bowe Bentley in the belt, you put this 2026 class together, there is no reason to believe that Oklahoma cannot compete for SEC championships. And that's what this is about. Let's not be coy about it. I am not the person that's going to tell you that Oklahoma is going to be great in 2025. I, like you, want to see it first. However, I am going to tell you that Oklahoma is not a place that can stand being down for very long. This is a place where 8-5 used to be a down season. Losing seasons, untenable. And that is the reason why many people that call themselves Oklahoma fans are going, I don't know if Brent Venables is the guy, to which I'm going, he's the guy. Just let's think about what NIL has done. Let's think about what transfer portal has done. And let's think about what revenue sharing has done. And he's become a head coach in that environment, to which they're going, RJ, I don't care. I get it. See, winning. You got to win. That's what we're here to do. If you're winning, you can do whatever you want. And that's true at Oklahoma. You know, like, everybody benefits from the state when Oklahoma's winning. Even Oklahoma State, even the University of Tulsa, right? It's how we have built this whole thing out. It's how Arkansas is built out. It's how Alabama's work built out. My favorite story about Alabama and how the sanctity of Tide football was to go unchallenged. They hired Nick Saban to be their head coach in 2007. UAB wanted to hire Jimbo Fisher, and the regents that run the University of Alabama system said, no, you can't have Jimbo Fisher at UAB. Why? Because we cannot have anybody challenging Nick Saban for what can be the biggest program in the country and what the state is going to run on. And that's been true, right? They don't stomach it any more than we do. Now Alabama's kind of feeling what Oklahoma has been feeling, going from one great coach to another. I think Kalen DeBoer to Lincoln Riley is a great comp for, Nick Saban to Bob Stoops. Are you going to win? Are you going to win championships? Because that's what you are there to do. Like, Alabama winning 9 games is not good. They got to win 11-12. Same thing at Oklahoma. Arkansas just hasn't had the winning that those other 2 programs have, so the bar is a little bit lower. Nebraska, they're figuring it out, but it's taking a little too long. There are only so many Huskers fans that are going to show up now in a way that they run on their football. So we'll see how this goes, but I think Bowe Bentley and this commitment shortly after Jaden O'Neal decommits is all good. It's all good signs. So if you are already in on Bowe Bentley being good, I think you can feel better about that now that he's committed to Oklahoma in June, and we're going to get to see what it do.